Okay, so we're gonna do restore chapter 4. We're playing Grace again. So we gotta go here to our movies and we watch the opening movie. Let's go. It doesn't sound like you guys have sound for some reason. Okay, you should have sound now. I just don't know if that's gonna be too loud. Or too quiet. You know, one or the other. Do I want to put it up slightly more? Let me see. Where am I with my mic back here? Hello. Okay. I might turn it up just a tad, like up there, I think. Okay. One last time. I think this should be good. I just have, when I tab out, it goes in, I've mentioned this a bunch of times, but when I tab out, it goes into a small square, so I have to close the game and relaunch it. If I'm putting anything, like changing anything in OBS. So I hope this is good volume. It should be good. All right. Is this Grace with long hair? I kind of like it. Whoa. So that was a bit loud, but I'm gonna keep it right now. But if it keeps being too loud, let me know. But yeah. I need to get like my walkthrough up. I didn't get it up. Gabriel Night 2 walkthrough. Okay, we are on chapter 4. Chapter 4, chapter 4, chapter 4. Okay. The walkthrough says to go to the library. So we shall. I think it's downstairs, right? Why is it so ominous going down the stairs? Was it like this last time? I don't recall it showing this. Oh, this is out. Wait, what? I thought this went to the library. Huh? I'm so confused.
How convenient. When the lord of the manor is slipping through the passageway to his amorous adventures, he can pick up a few flowers.
Right.
I think it'll be quicker to go back the way I came.
Okay.
The castle looks huge from here. They've got more rooms left to restore than I thought.
Okay. Very strange. I don't know what I'm supposed to do out there.
I don't want to go back into Getta's bedroom. She might catch me in there.
How do I get to the library? Oh my gosh, I don't remember.
I think it'll be quicker to go back the way I came.
Why? Okay, is there another way to go to the library then? Oh, is it over here? I don't remember this game, clearly. Let me know if you can't hear me over the game, please, by the way. Okay, we're in the library. We're looking for a book about Ludwig.
I wish I could read these biographies of Ludwig. Wait a minute. Ludwig II, fairy tale king of Bavaria. I didn't see this before. Yep, English. Huh.
Okay.
Ludwig remained throughout his life both very bright and very naive. He was an introvert who seemed to be constantly out of sync with traditional views of rulership, money, and human relationships. The world ever failed to match his ideals. Perhaps this was a fault of his sheltered upbringing as future king. He never was introduced to the real world, and the real world failed to interest him as an adult. In his youth, Ludwig was in fine physical condition and loved to hike alone in the Alps and ride horses. He had a hunting lodge, Schahen, specifically for this purpose. Unfortunately, in 1872, a rather traumatic hunting accident befell the king at Shahen, and his leg was cruelly damaged. He never fully recovered from this incident, and his hiking and riding ceased. His physical health deteriorated from that time on, and explains why he looked so unhealthy in later years. A hunting accident?
Things are starting to link.
Other than his long-standing friendship with the Empress Elizabeth of Austria and with his mother, the relationships Ludwig attempted with others were nearly always a disappointment for him and a bewilderment for his partners. He would become obsessed with someone, a singer, an artist, a nobleman or a peasant, and would bombard them with gifts, praise, and favors. When they would fail to return the depths of rapturous passion he required, the singular adoration and humble obedience he expected, he would grow disappointed and cut himself off from them. The objects of his interest were occasionally women, usually ones he fell in love with after seeing them in idealized roles on the stage, but they were more often young men who fit his fantasies of the heroic sagas like Lohengrin and Parsifal that he so loved.
Right.
A good example of the king's obsessive behavior in relationships is the following letter from the Königlich Bayerische archives, which this author was privileged to access. It is dated 1864, and it was written by Ludwig's manservant, Paul, to a friend. The king has been in high mood these days. The reason, of course, is a new interest. Thursday last, the king attended a performance of Lohengrin in the Wittelsbacher Theater. He came back in a fever, demanding that a man be found. The man, it was gathered, had been sitting in a box across from Ludwig and had drawn the king's attention by his beauty and his deep emotional response to the performance. The king declared that here at last is a sensitive soul. The man was tracked down and brought in for an audience. Upon my word, never have I seen any mind so in line with His Majesty's own. They discussed Wagner and France and Byron and all manner of things until long past dawn. The young man, beautiful indeed to look upon, met the king's enthusiasm and knowledge bit for bit. His Majesty has been in the thick of it ever since, and while I welcome his good temper, I grow tired of fetching letters back and forth to Louis, so called by His Majesty, that should tell you who the young man looks like, at all hours of the night. This author has not been able to learn much about Louis, but he was known to have been a seemingly high-bred foreigner, and he was involved with Ludwig as late as 1880, when he fell into disfavor. The king, especially later in life, felt a great deal of guilt about his sensual nature. His diaries are full of repentant entries begging God for forgiveness and swearing to remain pure. In many of the diary entries, he swears to abstain from sexual relations. The number of these oath entries indicate that Ludwig was not very successful in resisting temptation, yet it is also clear that Ludwig was a God-fearing man and that, though his flesh might occasionally fall, he never surrendered his heart and his conscience to sin.
Okay. Okay. Oops, I don't think I need to sit here. Nope. I'm good. Okay. Let us leave. Are we gonna say good morning to Gerda? Oh, Gerda's not here. Gerda.
I wonder what Gerda's up to.
Yeah, Gerda's not here. I kind of like Grace's I like Grace's hair longer. personally. Like the way that it was in the flashback. Okay, we gotta pick up our letter from Gabriel.
There's no one there.
Well, we're gonna push the button then.
Guten Tag.
Grüß Gott, Frau Nakimura. Ich habe etwas für Sie.
Oh, it's from Gabriel.
Ja, das ist vom Schattenjäger. Ja.
No, I think you... Gabriel is a working partner and... Never mind. Danke.
Bitte, brauchen Sie noch etwas?
Okay, thank you.
Danke.
Bitte.
Thank you. Bye. Okay, let's read the letter.
Gracie, you decided to come over. That's great. Guten Tag and all that. I'm sure you and Gertie are hitting it off. Thanks for finding the werewolf book. I'm not sure what it all means, but it might be useful. But Ludwig II, you know, I think you might have something there. Ubergrau says there are 2 places you should check out. Ludwig had a castle called New Swan something, and there's a museum about him here in chemistry. Something like that. I really think you should spend some time looking into it. Don't worry. Things are going very smoothly this time around. I've tracked a suspect to a hunt club run by a man named Von Glauer. He seems okay, but I'm sure there's something going on with at least one of the others. Don't worry, though. I met a police detective named Leva, so I have backup. I'll be finished soon. Sit tight and enjoy your visit till I get there. Gabriel.
What does he think? I'm on vacation here? And no address. Thank you very much, Mr. Knight.
Okay. Yeah, there's nothing really in here to do right now. Nothing?
Guess they're closed.
Okay. There is the bar, right? Yeah.
Herr Huber?
Yes?
I was wondering if you've changed your mind about telling me where Gabriel is. It's really important.
No. Sorry.
Thanks.
Bitte?
Is that really it? Oh my gosh.
Hello there, dear.
Hi, I'm Grace Nakamura from the castle. Am I interrupting?
Heavens, no.
Have a seat, Miss
Oh
Nutmeg.
yeah, they showed up the
For a
night
moment.
before. I kind of
Isn't
forgot.
this nice? We just finished our breakfast. Do you want something?
No, thanks.
Good for you. I can never turn down food myself. Now you just tell us all about it, Sugar Pie.
Sugar pie.
You mentioned the other night that you were a demonologist. What is that exactly?
Well, it's not as bad as it sounds, honey. What Emma and I really do is to help protect people.
Protect them from what?
Well, do you believe in the devil, Miss Nakamura?
I believe in good and evil, if that helps.
Oh, but Satan and his demons are real, and they will attack the living. And most folks don't know what to do once they've been attacked. We try to help protect people.
How can you protect people from demons?
Best protection is faith in God, of course. But sometimes faith isn't enough. Sometimes we have to delve into the supernatural in order to protect others. Your Schottenjoggers are just the same.
We are? I mean, he is.
Of course. The warriors of light are rare these days, but they do exist all around the globe.
That's interesting. I just read about a group called Manos del Sol in Brazil. So the Ritters aren't the only Schattenjägers.
Well, they're probably the only ones to use that title, but others have been chosen for the battle.
Cool.
Do you know anything about King Ludwig II?
Sure, we saw his castles, didn't we, Mother?
We sure
Hi,
did. Why do
Spectrum.
you ask?
Well, I found a letter in the Schattenjäger library warning Ludwig about the Black Wolf.
Who wrote the letter?
One of Gabriel's ancestors, a Schattenjäger.
Seems like whoever was using me as a megaphone helped you find that letter. Perhaps you should follow the path something's pointing at. Look into Ludwig.
I intend to.
Hi, Spectrum. Thank you so much for getting your bee hug. I hope you feel bee love today. So good to see you. We're just doing some mystery with Gabriel Knight today.
The other night you said something about the Black Wolf. What did you mean? Where did you hear that name?
I wasn't the one talking.
I don't understand.
Well, that's quite all right. The point is, it would be a very good idea to answer those questions, and we must work together to do so. Of course I'll help you, Pumpkin. I'd like to know myself, wouldn't I? It isn't every day one's taken over by a disembodied spirit, and I don't much care for it, thank you.
You're not talking about a seance, are you?
Oh, heavens no.
Thank God.
Emma's right. I'm much better at tarot cards. I can read for you or for someone else if you prefer.
Wait, you're kind of right, Spectrum. Wait. Hold. Everybody hold. Everybody stop what they're doing right now. I think you're talking about this lady, right? Mike Wazowski, you didn't file your paperwork last night. I'm watching you, Wazowski. Always watching.
Are you sure you don't know anything about the Black Wolf?
I never did, dear. I told you. Really, you met.
Oh shoot! I hit the escape button. No! We'll never know.
Well, I guess it wouldn't hurt to do my tarot reading.
Don't you worry now. I know what I'm doing.
Tarot cards with the
Push your vital
whatever it's
energies
called?
into the cards.
The Satan circled star thing. Pen.
This is your soul card.
What's it
That's
called?
which applies to all of your lifetimes. It's the Empress. Oh, that's a good one.
That.
What's
Thank
it
you.
mean?
It means that your soul's journey is one of leadership. There's great strength here and intelligence. This card represents what you're like in this lifetime. It's the Chariot. Self-discipline, control. You need to feel you have a plan, that you're testing your abilities. The Chariot's very masculine. In combination with the Empress, it tells me that you're currently exploring your male side. You will seek out great
Okay.
achievement, but it does have its price.
Doesn't sound anything like me.
Yes, dear.
Not my male
Third
side.
card represents the other. You've pulled the Magician. Who is he, dear?
Excuse me?
Your other, the Magician. Oh, this is a very powerful card. Major Arcana.
My other?
Everyone has an other. Let's see. I bet it's the Schattenjäger. What's his name?
The Schattenjäger? Gabriel Knight.
A name of power. He is powerful, this one. The Magician is dexterous and cunning, mischievous and manipulate,
That's Gabriel, all right.
and very strong with magical and occult powers. Now this is interesting because your card, the Chariot, is all logic and reasoning, while his, the Magician, is spiritual and intuitive. You two are quite a pair. The fourth card shows what you're trying to achieve at this moment, your immediate destiny. It's the Strength or Lust card.
Lust?
Not that kind of lust, dear. It's a trial card, finding the strength to continue some difficult journey. It also represents the integration of conflicting energies. That must be your Chariot and his Magician energies. Strength also means bonding those energies, loving without judgment, learning to love the beast.
Uh-huh.
What is this trial, dear? Do you know?
Well, Gabriel and I are involved with a case right now.
It will be a hard time. You must let your love give you power. Use the positive energy of your union or you may not succeed.
I think you have the wrong idea. Gabriel and I just work together.
Yes, dear. But if I might just suggest, when you're facing negative forces, the positive energy of love is a very vital weapon. You make yourself vulnerable when you resist your own tools.
Wow, that's been helpful.
I hope so, dear.
Okay. Yeah, she didn't shuffle the deck. I noticed that. And she does have glasses. She just doesn't have like the beads. You also read tarot? That's really cool. I think that's really cool. I like getting, I haven't gotten my tarot read in a while. I really should. I don't know much about the Celtic Cross, so I don't understand the question. But it does seem like she has like very specific cards for this very specific situation, almost like she had them predetermined. A little bit. That's kind of the vibes it's giving. But you know, it's a FMV video game. What are you gonna do?
Maybe we should do a reading for Gabriel.
Oh, let's! It's a little like spying on someone unawares, but what the heck?
She's not gonna shuffle them again, is she?
Reach out to the cards and to think about his essence. His soul card is the Magician. Yes, dear, it reflects your other exactly.
Well, maybe, but I'd rather hold out for David Copperfield.
And his lifetime card? Oh, goodness. The Lovers.
You mean the sole purpose of his life is in his pants? Doesn't surprise me.
It's not what you think, dear. It's a duality card. As a lifetime card, it refers to Gabriel's own duality. Good versus evil, physical pleasure versus spiritual growth, that kind of thing. His challenge is to integrate the conflicting parts of himself. Until he does, he'll never find peace. And you will find peace when you acknowledge all of him. Find a way to love the worst as you already love the best.
You're really reaching.
Mother.
His other is the High Priestess.
Let me guess. That's me, right?
No, dear, it's not. The High Priestess represents psychic mysteries, deep wisdom. This is a very different energy from your earthy one. This must be our connection. To the voice, dear! Someone is trying to communicate with Gabriel. This force is represented by the High Priestess.
That's not much help. What about the Black Wolf?
But it is a help, dear. The High Priestess is a spiritual guide card if ever there was one. The message must have been a warning.
If this force is connected to Gabriel, and if he's so very psychic, then why doesn't it just go to him? Why say it to me?
Maybe Gabriel's blocked. Maybe he's purposefully blocking. There is that duality business. Let's go on and see if it becomes clear. The fourth card, remember, represents the current situation. It's death.
Oh. Nothing to worry about then.
Now, you just leave interpretation up to me, Sugar Pie. It's a transformation card, dying to one thing and being born to another. It is painful, but it isn't necessarily bad. Two of Wands. Oh my.
What?
A 2 is not good here. Wands is Mars in Aries. That's a war card. In conjunction with the death card, there are 2 possible transformations.
2 transformations?
Yes, dear. Gabriel is waging a spiritual battle. The transformation might be good or evil. That must be the purpose of the High Priestess. She's trying to guide him.
So you think he really might be in danger?
Oh, yes, dear. Gabriel's very essence is at stake. If he takes the wrong path with his powers, Imola and I will stay in town. You must let me know if anything else happens that we can read for clues. Let the Force use you.
I'd better go.
Anytime you need us, stop by.
And be careful now.
Thanks.
I like that jazz music that was playing. That was a vibe. She just pulled Yoda. Yeah, may the Force be with you. I noticed that too. Gabriel is not dead. I remember when I was playing the first game, I was playing the 10th anniversary. I was playing the anniversary one. I really need a stretch. Ooh. Ooh. We were playing the anniversary one, and anytime that I would go into a dire situation and end up dead, it would always be like, I really don't want to be dead. And then we would reload. So really, Gabriel has 10,000 lives, but not dead. There's actually a Gabriel 3. Gabriel Knight 3. I don't know if there's any beyond that. Squishmallow? You want a Squishmallow card? What are you at right now? I really don't want to be dead. I'm assuming you mean the Squishmallow. So you need to drink and stretch without you redeeming it. I'm assuming you mean the Squishmallow pool card. What channel point you at right now? Okay, what are we doing after this? 300? Ooh, you should get there pretty quick.
I don't want to disturb her.
How do I go to the tombs? How do I go to the tombs? There we go. Hi,
Gerda's here.
Gerda.
I wonder what she's up to.
Ooh, ow.
Oh my god. Gerda was in love with Wolfgang.
That was very quiet. Hello?
Boy, do I feel stupid or what?
Is that all we're gonna do?
I really should apologize, but I don't want to interrupt her.
Just...
I really should apologize, but I don't want to interrupt her. Maybe there's something else I can do.
Okay, if you say so. I mean, there are those flowers that we keep mentioning. Whoa. Hi, Bex. Welcome in. It's good to see you. I didn't say hi earlier, but I saw you streaming Disney Dreamlight Valley earlier. How was it? I was also at work. Hello from work. Hi. I hope your work goes well. I was at work earlier when you were streaming, and now you're at work when I'm streaming. Thank you so much, Bex. I appreciate it. Shan, do you mind just acknowledging Bex with a little message? Just say, Andy, say hi, because I can't type in the
Grace
chat.
Nakamura.
If you're still here. If you're not still here, I'll go on my phone and type it. I just can't get out of the game right now. Thanks, Spectrum. I'm assuming Shan's not lurking then right now. Oh, there's Shan. Thanks, Shan. I just assume anybody that's at work that they might not be able to hear me, so I'm making that assumption with Bex. If anyone is lurking in chat and do not follow Bex, I really recommend it. They do co-working and they do cozy games. They were playing Disney Dreamlight Valley earlier, and it was a vibe. They're kind of cozy chaotic, I think, is a good way to explain Bex. Go say sorry.
That's better, don't you think?
Just say the words, sorry.
I'm so sorry. I was an idiot.
Thank you.
Gabriel and I, we never...
I know. It's my fault. It's Gabriel's fault. He never tells me anything. I don't know why he didn't want me on this case.
Maybe he just...
Don't even try to make excuses for him. Still, he's up to his neck in it, I think. Will you help me out with something?
Of course.
Why are you asking her this right now? Like this second?
Have to do some research on Ludwig. I want to go see some of his castles.
Is it valid that she makes me
Take
so
Gabriel's
angry?
car. There's a map of southern Bavaria in the car. Ludwig's castles are all marked.
Thanks.
I want to scream.
Good luck.
Grace makes me so angry. Like, that is not the time or place to apologize. Or, it is the time and place to apologize. It's not the time and place to ask a question. Like, you literally only brought flowers because you felt guilty for being an absolute a-hole. And only because you wanted information. I'm angry. I'm so angry. Anyway, it's fine. We are going here first. Where do I click? Does it matter? Tour tape.
Our tour begins in the entry hall. Ludwig II lived from 1845 to 1886. He assumed the Bavarian throne at the age of 18 when his father died. Ludwig's passion was building castles. He built 3 during his lifetime: Linderhof, Herrenchiemsee, and Neuschwanstein. Plans for a 4th castle, Falkenstein, were underway when he died. In addition to his obsession with building, Ludwig also had a passion for classical heroic German mythology, a taste he shared with the German opera composer Richard Wagner. Neuschwanstein is decorated throughout with themes from these stories, most of which directly relate to Wagner's operas.
Thank you. Okay, bye.
These scenes seem to tell a story, but I have no idea what story.
Well, probably what the tape just read to you, Grace. Gosh. All right. I'm going to run ads, even though they're not ready to run. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna get up, I'm gonna stretch, I'm gonna hydrate, restroom break, all the things. Alright. Actually, wanna click on this door.
I wonder where that door leads.
That's what I'm wondering.
I wonder where that door leads.
Can we, like, jiggle the handle? Find out?
I don't think the guards want to be bothered while on duty.
They're a guard, are they? Whoa. Where did I just come from? Okay. There's multiple ways to go. Okay. A lady looking out the window. Cool. Lady jealous of lady and man? Scandalous man with leg. He show leg.
You are now standing in the king's bedroom. The theme of the bedroom is Tristan and Isolde. This is probably the most elaborate and expensive bedroom ever created. It took 14 wood carvers 4.5 years to create this room. It was this kind of extravagance that bankrupted the king. In the years before his death, he found it increasingly difficult to find money from any source.
Oops.
You are now standing in the king's bedroom. The theme of the bedroom is Tristan and Isolde, the tragic love story retold in Wagner's opera. The opera was given its first performance in Munich in 1865, and the 20-year-old Ludwig attended. This is probably the most elaborate and expensive bedroom ever created.
We did hear
this. It was this kind of extravagant.
I clicked on the wall and it like skipped a line and I didn't know if I heard it all. So that's why I played it twice. King Sad? Sun Sad? Mother Halo? Mother Pass? Maybe? I don't know.
The stained glass window depicts St. Louis receiving the last sacraments.
Oh!
This is Ludwig's private chapel. The king was a devout Catholic, as were all of the Wittelsbacher rulers. They supported the Roman Church even when other European countries were dominated by Protestantism.
You can click on these and they still have extra
Scenes
things
from
to
the
say.
opera Tristan and Isolde.
Oh.
Scenes from the opera Tristan and Isolde.
So if I go back here...
The paintings in this room are from the Siegfried saga.
Cool. Why is the music starting and stopping?
These linens look seriously expensive and seriously old.
They definitely are.
The miracle of the Grail.
Oh, that's what I hear.
This is the king's living room. The walls are decorated with scenes from the Lohengrin saga. The king first saw Wagner's opera Lohengrin when he was 16, and it so affected him that he considered it a form of enlightenment. The tragedy of Lohengrin was his essential loneliness. This too was Ludwig's own fate. Ludwig withdrew more and more into his fantasy world of epic heroes and absolute monarchy. An ideal he was determined to create in his castles if he could not have it in his real life. He only wanted to be alone with his dreams, so much so that even his servants were kept at a distance and were not allowed to look at him.
What were you afraid they'd see?
Not allowed to look at him. Okay, goodbye. So there must be something I can do when the guards leave. There has to be a reason
These
they're
linens
moving.
look seriously expensive.
I'm suspicious of that.
More swans.
What do you mean more? This is like the first one I
The
noticed.
swan motif is featured throughout the castle, but it is particularly prominent in this room. Both the swan and the lily were symbols Ludwig associated with himself. They represented his ideals of majesty and purity. The painting behind the swan shows Lohengrin's arrival.
Cool.
I can almost picture Ludwig in here. I wonder what he really dreamt about in this room.
Darkness. Sadness.
This is a reproduction of the grotto from the Tannhäuser saga. In such places, Ludwig could pretend he was one of his beloved mythic heroes. As the grotto personifies, the castles were solitary playgrounds built for Ludwig alone. He believed the masses were too coarse to appreciate fine art, and he seldom entertained guests. In fact, Ludwig had a standing order that upon his death, the castles were to be destroyed. Fortunately, the estate was in such debt that the castles were opened for paying tours only weeks after Ludwig's death. They haven't closed since. It is one of the great ironies of Ludwig's story that the castles that he was thought insane for building are now considered Bavaria's finest treasures. They have paid for their construction many times over.
Hi.
I doubt there's anything left in there now. Besides, the guard would kill me if I touched it.
The guard's not in here, though.
The study paintings depict scenes from the Tannhäuser saga in the Wartburg castle. The study paintings depict scenes from the Tannhäuser saga in the Wartburg castle.
Oh, didn't mean to do that. Ooh, I like this lady. Pretty.
The study paintings depict scenes from the Tannhäuser Saga and the Wartburg Castle.
Okay, they all just say the same thing.
Pretty nice place to work. Pretty nice place to work. Pretty nice.
Okay.
This is the king's study. Ludwig spent much time at his desk, writing letters, drawing up plans for his projects, and studying his favorite authors. He loved poetry, history, and the classics. In later years, he also studied the occult. What affairs of state he did reluctantly attend to were generally attended to alone at his desk in writing. His reluctance to meet with his heads of state and perform the duties of the king were one of the reasons for the charges brought against him in 1886. But Ludwig dreamt of true kingship and a true monarchy, and the small powers left to him after Bavaria succeeded power to Prussia only incited his disdain and frustration.
Whoa. Can't look at any of these things?
This is the final room of our tour, the Singers' Hall. It was modeled after the Singers' Hall of the Wartburg Castle, where minstrel competitions were held in the 13th century. The hall was built for small private concerts, but Ludwig himself never gave one here. It is said that during the last few years of Wagner's life, he came to Neuschwanstein frequently and performed for the king alone in this room. The hall is probably best known for its enigmatic wolf paintings. The original paintings were from the Parsifal saga, but in 1882, Ludwig had them replaced, supplying the description and titles of the new paintings himself. While all the other rooms in the castle show scenes from Wagner's operas, the scenes in this room are not from any opera that anyone can identify. It is yet another of the many mysteries associated with the life of the fairy tale king.
There are supposed to be wolf paintings? Oh.
Why would Ludwig have wolf paintings in his castle?
Why not?
Engelhart and the Blacksmith. Engelhart courts Hildegunde. The hunters track down Engelhart and Hildegunde.
Hunters, wolves.
This is the final room of our tour.
Okay, yes, we heard that. This is
Nice
outside?
view of the Alps.
That's insane.
The death of Engelhart.
Oh, Engelhart was a werewolf.
The wedding feast of Hildegunde and the Baron. Hildegunde's imprisonment.
Can I not go out here? Interesting. Okay. How do I go back from here? Do I just gotta keep going left? No. Blinking destinations have tasks left to complete in the chapter. So there's still things to do here for some reason. So werewolves are real, confirmed. Can I click on like different sections? No. So I bet you I can interact with this. If I could just get this person to leave.
This is the king's study. This
I don't think the guards want to be bothered while on duty. I doubt there's anything left in there now. I doubt there's...
The study paintings depict... The study painting...
Like, I think I interacted with everything, right?
I'm surprised people don't sit in these chairs when the guard's not looking.
Okay.
The Miracle of the Grail. Scenes from the opera.
Clicked on all of these things, though, I think.
The Black Madonna of El Tadin. I wonder what her story is all about.
Definitely missed that.
It's a beautiful crucifix. Ivory and gold.
I didn't know a crucifix could be beautiful. It's kind of odd to me.
A king saint? I wonder if Ludwig pictured himself that way. Or maybe he just wanted to be that way. A king saint?
Okay, that's all I can look at. We looked at both of
The
these.
stained glass window depicts Saint Louis.
Sir, oh.
The paintings above the altar depict Saint Louis surrounded by the seraphim. An interesting side note. For a period of about a year, the Louis images in all three castles were ordered to be covered up with black cloth on the unfathomable whim of the king.
The unfathomable whim of the king. Okay. Oh wait, yeah,
Did they have running water in 1886?
Grace. 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 How do I tell her? You don't need running water to have a sink. I'm sorry to put that out there for you, Grace. I'm sorry to blow your mind, but you don't need running water to have a sink. They're in cabins. They're in modern cabins. People literally buy sinks that have faucets attached, but they don't have running water. They have to use the pond water or well water that is at their cabin. Don't need running water to wash your hands. Oh.
Did they have running water? Did they have running?
No, Grace. No, Grace. Grace, no.
The richly carved bed, with its canopy, resembles a Gothic building in its turrets. The bed's draperies were handmade by dozens of Bavarian seamstresses.
I used to have a canopy over my bed.
Maybe Ludwig thought all this luxury would help him sleep.
You could put this thing in the middle and then it would like kind of drape over your bed. I really enjoyed that as a kid.
Maybe Ludwig thought all this luxury would help him sleep.
I think we're missing one thing. Oh, there's another side of the room. Can't say anything about that though.
In the corner is a brown tiled stove with clay figures of Tristan and Isolde.
Okay. We're missing 1 point. We need 294.
You are now standing in the king's bedroom.
No.
The theme of
No, we got that. We got that. Thank you. Is it this?
I wonder where that door leads.
Is it this?
the paintings in this room are from the Siegfried saga.
I need 294. Okay, we're just gonna go to the map since we're here anyway. What is there left to do? Okay, we got a pixel hunt, chat. Sir.
These linens look seriously expensive and seriously old.
Okay. Pixel hunting, pixel hunting, pixel hunting, anything, anything, anything. Anything to interact with. Anything at all. Can go this way? Oh. Can go that way. Okay. Interacted with that. Interacted with this. Is there something on the table I didn't interact with? Hey, Voss. Long time no see. It's be going good. How is you?
I wonder why he was studying the occult before he died.
That's actually something different
I
that she
wonder
said.
why he was. I wonder why.
She was saying it's a nice place to
I wonder
study.
why he was. I doubt there's.
We looked at this painting.
The study paintings.
We looked at this painting. We looked at this painting. That just goes back that way. Nothing down here. Nothing to the right. Doing okay. I'm sorry, it's just okay. There's nothing to interact with, I fear. We can just scroll through the paintings like this? I didn't know that. Man. There's like one more thing I can click on, I think. I don't know what it is.
Grace Nakamura.
Yes, yes, that's you. I understand. I'm gonna leave it for now. I'm gonna move on. I will come back if the story doesn't proceed. We're just if it proceeds, then we're just not 100%ing the game, and that's fine with me. Because I clicked everywhere that I could think of. And we need to move on at some point. Oh, this is not where I wanted to go.
At least I have the car keys now.
Okay. Let's go to this museum.
Guten Tag.
Guten Tag.
Ist das die Ludwig Museum?
Ja, ja. Ludwig der Zweite von Bayern.
Ich hätte gern eine Eintrittskarte fürs Museum.
Ja, 8 Mark für eine Ganztagskarte. So,
That's a cute emote,
Danke.
boss.
bitte.
Okay, we got a ticket.
She's beautiful. One of Ludwig's few close friends was Empress Elizabeth of Austria. She was a distant cousin of the boy Prince, and he saw her often growing up. Graceful and beautiful, Elizabeth seemed to represent the feminine ideal to the younger Ludwig. Their friendship continued after her marriage, mainly by correspondence. She remained a source of stability for Ludwig throughout his life. In keeping with Ludwig's love of romance and drama, he called her the Dove, and he to her was the Eagle.
Cute.
July 3rd, 1863. Elizabeth, you can have no idea, dear cousin, how happy you made me. The hours recently passed with you in the railway carriage I consider among the happiest in my life. Never will their memory fade. You gave me permission to visit you at Ischl. If the time comes for this ardent hope to be fulfilled, I shall be of all men upon earth the most blessed. The feelings of sincere love and reverence and faithful attachment to you, which I cherished in my heart even as a boy, makes me imagine heaven upon earth and will be extinguished by death alone. I beg you with all my heart to forgive the contents of this letter, but I could not help myself. Ludwig. Elizabeth frequently gave Ludwig advice on royal conduct, hoping to protect him from unfavorable public opinion. March 1st, 1865. My dearest Eagle, you have not written me in a few months. I have missed you.
Bye, Spectrum. Good night.
I often try to imagine what you are doing. I hear tales that you have been on retreat and have not been seen in Munich for some time. I suspect it is this new friend you wrote up so mysteriously that takes you away from home. I hope you are enjoying yourself, my beloved, but I beg you to caution. The people need to see you at the throne. I also hesitate to suggest that what your officials do in your absence may not always be in your own best interest.
Bye, boss.
You have
Good
always been a
night.
true king, but you must let the people see you to ensure that they don't forget that. E. Your Dove.
Thank you both for hanging out. Have a good time zone, guys.
Ludwig's friends were concerned for his mental state long before his arrest. June 14th, 1878. My beloved Eagle, in your last letter you spoke so movingly of your torment that I was moved to tears. What is this torment? Why won't you confess to me what is truly troubling you? You must know that I would never despise you, no matter how horrible you believe your sins to be. Please do not write such barbs to my heart by even suggesting such things. If you do not wish to confess to me, at least tell me how I can aid you. I am always your true one, your Dove. In this letter, dated November 1886, Elizabeth of Austria thanks Bishop Frank for his assistance in helping her fulfill Ludwig's last wishes. She writes that she knows it was an unusual request, but she believes Ludwig had reasons of his own for wishing it to be done. She hopes that his spirit finds peace at last. No further reference to this letter has ever been found. One can only speculate what the last wishes of a cornered and embattled Ludwig might have been. What were his last wishes? This place is giving me more questions than answers.
Ooh.
They certainly make an incredible looking couple. They certainly.
Okay. Let's go look at this.
Ludwig is Prince Charming. He played the part well.
Okay, so I guess we go to the left here. Work our way around.
June 7th, 1886. A group of men arrive at Neuschwanstein Castle demanding to take the king in custody. With them is Dr. Guden, the doctor who had been in charge of Otto, the king's mentally ill brother. The men have an order for the king's arrest on the grounds of insanity. They are refused admittance by a brave group of farmers and local soldiers who have come to Ludwig's aid. They are forced to retreat to nearby Hohenschwangau. This is the first Ludwig hears of the conspiracy. Ludwig composes a pamphlet explaining the subversive acts of the conspirators and eloquently pleading with his people for aid. The pamphlet is smuggled out of Neuschwanstein and printed, but the pamphlets are seized before they can be distributed. June 12, 1886. Ludwig knows the conspirators will return. He despairs. He asks his servant for the keys to the tower. The servant, fearing the king intends suicide, says the key is lost. Unbeknownst to Ludwig, the conspirators arrive at the castle. This time, there is no one to stop them. Ludwig is lured from his bedroom to the entry hall of Neuschwanstein on pretense. There, he is taken into custody. Ludwig is taken by carriage from Neuschwanstein to Berg, where his brother Otto had long been imprisoned. This is a great blow to the king's state of mind. While on the way, the group stops at Seeshaupt to change horses. Ludwig asks to see the postmistress, Frau Vogel. She brings him a glass of water and he says something to her. She never reveals these last words to anyone. June 13th, 1886. At Berg, Ludwig seems cooperative and coherent. Dr. Guden writes to the government that he has Ludwig well under control. The two men go out for a walk, and Dr. Guden is so confident he dismisses the guards. When Ludwig and the doctor do not return after several hours, a search is undertaken. The bodies of the two men are found in the lake, drowned. Circumstances unknown. June 18th, 1886. Ludwig's funeral procession marches through the streets of Munich, followed by enormous crowds of mourners. The service is held at a packed St. Michael's church. Lightning strikes the church during the service, but no one is harmed. Ludwig's body is entombed in the Wittelsbach crypt at St. Michael's. His heart is placed in an urn in the pilgrimage chapel at Altading in the Wittelsbach tradition. The urn is shown to the right. His heart is in an urn. How bizarre.
That is kind of bizarre. Can we look at the photos?
June 12th, unbeknownst, Ludwig is...
No. Don't read it to me twice.
I have no idea what that says. Looks old, though.
I meant to click on the box over there. Or there. Ooh.
Oh my god. That's the slave for my dream.
Oh.
Maybe Mrs. Smith will know what my dream meant. I have to ask someone. This thing is getting too weird.
Interesting.
Ludwig's death mask. Wow.
That's creepy. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Is that it? I paid a ticket for that? It's down here. I want to go that way.
I don't have anything to say to her at the moment.
Okay. There's still things to do here? Bruh. I don't know what would be left to do there. It says I can ask her about the Wagner Museum. So there has to be something I'm missing. No idea. I think I'm just gonna talk to the Smiths about my dream and go from there. I wish there was more music. Where'd they go?
Herr Huber?
Yes?
Are the Smiths in their room?
Ja, I believe so.
Could you ask them to come down, please?
Ja, natürlich.
Oh, this is like an inn and a bar? Cool.
Now you just tell Merle what's going on.
I had a dream last night. I didn't remember it at first, but I saw something today at one of the museums.
What was the dream?
I was being chased in the woods by wolves. And I saw a sleigh. Ludwig was inside. He pulled me up, and I thought I was safe. But then he turned into a wolf.
So what do you think, Mother?
A dream of rescue is a spiritual guide dream. The High Priestess in Gabriel's cards must be linked to Ludwig somehow.
What do the wolves represent?
I'm a psychic, dear, not Freud. But the warning I got was about the black wolf, wasn't it? And the wolves in the dream. It must be the same danger.
It's so frustrating. The more I find out, the more questions I have.
Why don't you try a little communicating of your own? Ludwig's the link. Appeal to him. The answers may not come right away, but at least you'll give the guide something specific to say the next time she contacts you.
Isn't there any way that you could, you know, do a psychic reading on Ludwig or something?
To tell you the truth, I've been trying all day to make contact, but I only feel great despair. Ludwig's soul is not at peace.
I'd better go.
Anytime you need us, stop by.
And be careful now.
Thanks.
Okay. Now what? Now what? I'm gonna try calling this number again. Did we ever... Yeah, we called them, but we never really heard anything back about it. Oh, hello, Gerda.
Hi, Gerda. I'm back.
Good.
Oh, we're on better terms with Gerda. That's good. I want to sit at this desk, please. I want to make a phone call.
Who should I call?
You should call this number. The Ghostbusters.
Professor Barkley will call when he finds out something.
Are you serious? Bruh. Well, that was a waste of time. Wonder what Gerda has to say, if anything.
Gerda?
Yes?
Have you heard from Gabriel at all?
No, Grace, I'm sorry.
Never mind.
Okay. I don't really know what else to do. TBH. Is there anything up here? There's an arrow. What else can I do here? I've clicked everything.
I don't think the guards want to be bothered.
View all exhibits. When returning to the map, use the hint button to see if you missed anything. I don't understand what else I could click. I do kind of need another stretch, and I know that there's like 10 more minutes before ads run. But I need to get up and stretch again, so I'll go to the other one. How do I leave? It's not how I leave. How do I leave? I want to leave. There we go. There we go. So, we looked at all of these. We looked at all of these. We looked at this on the wall.
I don't have anything to say.
We looked at this. We looked at all of these. Looked at all of those. Can't read this. We looked at the mask. Ah! Aha.
December 14th, 1881, Linderhof. Order another work by Jennings on the occult. Write urgently to Klug, saying that I insist that the stoppages by the bank cease. I want it, and therefore it must be done. Write very urgently. He must succeed at once, and then must report to me urgently. If I give orders to clear my room, doing so must not be postponed as it happened. Pencils must be pointed without special orders. The day after tomorrow, 1,000 marks. How is Louis now? I want to know whether he looks unhappy. How often have I said that the coffee must not come up boiling hot, so that it can only be drunk after standing an hour? If any more correspondence come from Louis, they are to be burnt immediately, but I am to be informed of their arrival.
Okay. Can't look at the handwritten.
These are actual notes from Ludwig to his servants. They go far in showing the king's state of mind. They were smuggled out and used as evidence in compiling the order for Ludwig's arrest.
Right.
December 18th, 1881, Linderhof. Every day get up earlier, for certain. See to that very particularly. Write it down. Remember that when the great friend arrives at Neuschwanstein, we retire to the hall. We are not to be disturbed. I will not tolerate interference or insubordination.
Sounds like they belong to the Writers' Club. Can't look at this plaque.
The midnight sleigh rides. Ludwig went on long sleigh rides in the middle of the night, particularly in his later years. It is said that he suffered from insomnia, headaches, and toothaches, and the rides soothed his restlessness. The sight of the king's grand sleigh speeding through the countryside of the Alps often startled the peasants and became a superstitious omen of ill fortune. I can see why. But what was he doing out there at night?
Hunting.
Maybe Mrs. Smith will know what my dream meant. I have to ask someone. This thing is getting...
We already
Ludwig
did.
embarking on his sleigh.
We already did ask Miss Smith.
I have no idea what...
We looked at that. We looked at all of this. Can I really not go to the right? Can't use my arrow keys. Can't use WASD. Can't go to the right at all. Okay. The death masks and cloak don't give any points. Mostly it's the letters in the entries of the diary. Don't really see a diary. Oh my gosh. There's a left.
Looks like it weighs a ton. Ludwig's Grand Master Wardrobe from the Knights of St. George.
I found it. Found what we're missing.
Ludwig is Grand Master of the Knights of St. George. The Knights of St. George was an aristocratic society dedicated to the acts of chivalry. Ludwig loved the medieval pageantry of the order in his early years, before his increasing reclusiveness drove him to abandon public appearances.
Okay.
Ludwig and Wagner. Ludwig loved the opera of his contemporary Richard Wagner. He helped support Wagner's music through much of his life. Ludwig considered Wagner a close friend, often calling him the great friend. Wagner encouraged this infatuation, some believe, for personal gain. Typical artist.
Okay, this is what I already looked at.
The original diary is kept in the Royal Archives. A few entries are shown on the opposite wall. I've got to see that diary.
Aha. That's what we want. Cool.
Ludwig's diary. Ludwig kept a diary from 1869 when he was 24 years old until his death. The diary provides a fascinating look into the mind of this tormented man. The original diary is kept in the Royal Archives. A few entries are shown on the opposite wall. Richard Wagner.
Is there anything else in here I can look at? Doesn't seem so. I get stuck in here. Okay. So we're gonna ask about the diary.
Guten Tag.
Guten Tag.
Is there any way you can let me see Ludwig's diary?
Ja. Wo kann ich Ludwigs Tagebuch hier anschauen?
Die Tagebücher sind ganz persönlich. Die sind in den königlichen Archiven. Niemand darf die lesen.
Aber
nein, niemand darf die lesen.
Danke.
So what now? Is that it that we can do here now? I'm just gonna check. It's not it. That's not it!
The original diary is kept in the Royal Archives. A few entries are shown on the opposite wall.
So, do we try to get to the archives somehow? Like, why can't we go over here? I don't understand. Seen all this, seen this, seen this. Don't know. Oh, there's something in here.
Signets and sash pins from the Order of the Knights of St. George. These were worn on Ludwig's uniform, as befitted his rank of Grand Master. They are now the property of the Bavarian Crown Treasury.
As much as this game has a special place in my childhood nostalgia, the signposting for progression doesn't age well. It really doesn't. I'm actually not enjoying this one as much as the anniversary version of the first game. I played the anniversary version and I think I got a little bit spoiled. Because it was not this hard to progress. It's been really rough.
I wonder if these pins have any symbolic meaning. I wonder if...
There's one missing, isn't there?
I wonder if these signets and sash pins from the Order of the Knights of St. George. These were worn on Ludwig's uniform, as befitted his rank of Grand Master. They are now the property of the Bavarian Crown Treasury. Signets and sash pins from the Order of the Knights of St. George. These were worn on Ludwig's uniform, as befitted...
Oh, I see. It's in German and in English. I see.
I wonder if...
Good luck with the third game. Yeah, I heard that a lot, actually. I did hear that a lot. I don't know if I'll check it out if it's like this. I have a really big backlog of other games to play. So maybe with like a really good break, I might come back to it. But I have other games that I want to play. I have Lost Records, Bloom and Rage. I have something called Tangle Tower. I have Whispers of a Machine on my list. Night in the Woods is on my list as well, but I don't know if I'll keep that one for Halloween. We'll see. The Beekeeper's Picnic is on my list, and there's some that are like 3 hours that I might do on Sundays. But I got Shapeshifting Detective, Detective Grimoire, The Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog, Psychroma, and a horror game called Order 13. So I have a bit of a list to keep me busy for a bit. And I know that I'll be like, it wasn't that bad, and then I'll get it and play it and be like, it was that bad. It was that bad. There's something in here that I'm missing, and I don't get what it is. Broken sword? No? Question mark? Where? What am I missing? So frustrating.
I don't have anything to say to her at the moment.
Video game series. Oh, Broken Sword? No, I haven't heard of it. Is it on Steam? Oh yeah, I also have, I think I have a few games on Epic as well that I might not have on my list. Broken Sword. Oh, some I don't have on my list that I do want to play, and it might be really silly because they are kids games, but I think I want to play like the Freddy Fish and Spy Fox games. Maybe Pajama Sam. Maybe. But I want to do the Spy Fox ones for sure. You're familiar with Gabriel Knight. Both Knight and Sword are basically forerunners of Golden Point oh, really? I found Gabriel Knight through a YouTuber that I watch. They also stream on Twitch sometimes, but it's mainly YouTube. I watched John Wolf, and he did a playthrough of Gabriel Knight, and that's how I found the first game. And then I saw that there was a 10th, I think it's 10th anniversary, and I was like, oh, I'll pick that up and play it myself. So that's how I kind of became familiar. Like, the only point and click games that I'm familiar with is the Nancy Drew games. That's literally it. And the Freddy Fish games. I'm actually not really familiar with them, and I'm always looking for some. But I feel like I'm really not great at them because I didn't grow up with them. So I feel like my brain is just not trained to think the way that you need to think for point and clicks. Like, there is a certain way and a way of thinking that you need for these games. And I'm not there yet. If I'm intrigued to play Broken Sword, I'm in luck. The first game got a remastered version labeled Reforged, and the second game is getting the same process. Oh, awesome. Depends on the point and click publisher. Yeah, absolutely. Is the first one just called Shadow of the Templars? Is that how you say that? I'm looking it up right now. That's all that I'm seeing. I'm seeing Shadow of the Templars. I'm seeing Broken Sword 2, 3, 4, and 5. That's the first game. Just look up the Reforged version. Broken... Oh! I can't type. Oh yeah, this is the Reforged one. Ooh, that's an interesting art style. Why does it feel like old style Disney? Like, do you know the movie Treasure Planet? Why does it feel like that to me? Does that make sense? Okay, you know what? I need a break from this game.